They thought they'd seen the last of her, but Anna wasn't done. Not yet. Not after everything she had survived. She returned, not quietly, not timidly, but with purpose. And on this day, under the hot Caribbean sun, Anna stood at the center of a stage draped in white, before rows of proud families and classmates as the valedictorian of her graduating class. She adjusted the mic, took a breath, then began.
I didn't come here to impress anyone. I came here to learn, and now I stand here, not because I wore the best dress, not because I fit in, but because I finished at the top of my class. I am your valedictorian, and I got here because someone woke up before the sun, walked miles with baskets on her head, and taught me that worth is not decided by wealth. Mommy, please stand. There was a hush. From the crowd, Yolande slowly stood. Her dress was simple. Her hands were worn, but her eyes held back tears. Anna continued, "Everyone, this is my mother, the woman who made every single one of my accomplishments possible. She is a Madame Sarah. She is a provider, a protector."
They didn't know what it cost her to get here. The nights her mother came home with nothing to sell and still fed her first. The mornings they both cried, quietly, unsure where the tuition money would come from. Sometimes her mother had to borrow money from the same people whose floors she scrubbed, from her boss in the hills, an elite woman who smiled while charging her interest. Borrowing just so Anna could stay in school, while cleaning the very homes her classmates lived in. They didn't see her mother trading her own shoes to buy notebooks, didn't hear the prayers whispered into the fabric of her school uniform, the one her mother washed by hand, even when her fingers bled from the market. There were days Anna thought of quitting, of shrinking herself so others could feel taller, of accepting that maybe she didn't belong, but her mother never let her forget. Where you come from isn't a weight, it's a wind. And if you let it, it can lift you. So Anna didn't just climb, she carried them both. One step, one grade, one sacrifice at a time.
There are women like her all over this island, waking up before dawn, selling on the streets, making sacrifices so their children can sit in schools like this. But still, too many of our people are being robbed. The same mothers who feed this country can't afford to feed their own children. They buy goods from the elite at high prices and can't even earn enough profit to survive. They are the ones keeping this economy alive, yet they are treated like burdens instead of heroes. And what do their children get? Not the same books, not the same schools, not the same chances. In Haiti, your education still depends on your last name, not your potential. And that has to change. Every child on this island deserves to be taught with dignity, to be seen, to be challenged, to be believed in. The poor are not the problem. The problem is forgetting how powerful we are. She paused, scanning the faces in the crowd. I used to think I had to hide where I came from. Now I realize I should have been shouting it. I come from strength. I come from sacrifice. I come from the women who built this country from the market stalls up. So today, I speak not just for myself, but for every child who was ever told they were too poor, too different, too unworthy. Look at me now. I didn't need to pretend to be someone else. I just needed a chance to be fully myself. Let this be a reminder. Your story does not have to begin in a mansion to end in greatness. And to the girls watching this, especially the ones who feel unseen, you don't have to shrink to make others comfortable. Shine loudly. To the boys, stand beside women like my mother. Protect their stories, amplify their truths. To the leaders, invest in our future, not just in buildings, but in children, not just in speeches, but in action. And to my classmates, we are the new voice of this island. Let's speak truth. Let's speak justice. Let's speak pride. A silence followed. Then applause, not polite clapping, but roaring, standing, tear-filled applause. Yolande wiped her face. Jessie clapped the loudest. Even Emmanuel stood, hands together, head bowed. Anna didn't cry, not this time. She smiled. The speech ended, but the moment was only beginning. Haiti had witnessed a daughter rise, and behind her, a mother, a village, a legacy. Her story isn't over, it's just getting started. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're just getting started with stories like Anna's, and this one is for every woman who was never handed a mic, but raised a voice anyway. That night, the gown lay folded across the foot of the bed. The house was quiet, too quiet. No music, no voices, just the sound of Anna breathing. She sat in front of the small mirror, wiping away the last traces of makeup. The applause still echoed in her ears. But now came the silence. Yolanda entered the room, carrying a chipped mug of tea. Anna looked up. "Did you ever think we'd make it here?" Yolande smiled. "I never doubted you." Not once Anna looked down. "Even when I wanted to quit?" "Especially then." They sat together, just mother and daughter. No speeches, no stage, just truth. Across town, people were still talking. Parents told their children about the girl who spoke from the heart. Teachers whispered about her words in the staff lounge. Students reposted the video again and again. She's one of us. She said what we've all been thinking. That girl's going to change Haiti. By morning, someone had painted a mural near the school gates. It showed Anna, standing tall, arms lifted, with books in one hand and a market basket in the other. Underneath, 3 words, "We are all Anna." And maybe that was the point all along. She didn't speak just for herself. She spoke for the unseen, the underestimated, the ones who carry this island forward without praise. Anna's story reminded everyone, elegance isn't silence, strength isn't wealth, and dignity isn't reserved for the rich. So if you watched this and saw yourself, this is your moment too. Tell your story. Use your voice. Be your own kind of bold. Because the world doesn't just need another perfect speech. It needs truth, and this is just the beginning. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned. We're coming with more stories like Anna's, stories that lift our people, our women, our roots. This is Haitian storytelling, and we're only getting louder.